Hello, I'm Toycat, and welcome back to the video. Today we're going to go through features which are exclusive to the console version of Minecraft. So because the console version is developed by an entirely different team to the PC team, that's 4J for the consoles and Mojang for the PC, in case you're curious, lots of features develop differently. Sometimes this is because, oh, well, it's on the console, it needs to be made just a little bit different, and sometimes, they make it one way with the intention of later changing it to the PC current version. However, some features just develop in an entirely strange way that, is a little bit confusing. So what I figured I'd do is show you these 5 version exclusives, which are just different on the console than they are on the PC, for reasons we're not entirely sure, and hopefully you do enjoy this video going through them all. If you do like it, let me know because it helps out the channel a lot, and lets know you do like these sorts of videos where I cover something like bizarre console exclusives, because yeah, some of these have just made me go, oh, I didn't realize that was different on the PC, like the first one here, which is something I assumed was from the PC, but nope, it's a console exclusive, and a lot of you might figure the same, because basically when you put Frostwalker boots on, you can turn ice into frosted ice, or water into frosted ice, which is really cool, right? But one of the things you can do on the console you can't on the PC is then take that frosted ice and pick it up as a block. That's right, frosted ice exists on the PC, but it's not a block you can get from silk touching the frosted ice. I assume this is just a game code difference of like, oh, anything that can be silk touched just will, but still, it means there's an exclusive block for survival, and I guess creative without, command players on the console, which you cannot get on the PC, and that is frosted ice. That's right, there's a full-on exclusive block on the console, which I think is really, really cool. So, yeah, on the PC, in case you're curious, it's like, oh, why does that work? If you try to do the same thing, I was mind-blown. What happens is you just try to pick up the block, and nothing happens. You just end up with nothing, and you break the block into nothingness, which is really bizarre, but it is a console exclusive that I was like, oh, that is rather cool, isn't it? So, yeah, the second, console exclusive feature is one that is kind of cool, especially if, like me, you like your sugarcane, and believe me, I like my sugarcane a lot, because basically on the console, you get sugarcane significantly more often. So, this is something they actually had to change, because when TU1 released for Minecraft Xbox 360, basically sugarcane was rare enough that most worlds didn't even have any, or if it did have it, it had one I guess, stalk of it? Do you call it a stalk? But yeah, basically, it was super, super rare when Minecraft console first came out, so TU2 massively upped the spawn rate of sugarcane, so now every world is guaranteed to have at least some sugarcane, and most worlds have, like, tens or dozens or, sometimes even hundreds of different little stacks of sugarcane, which is really cool, and it's a console exclusive, which I think is just a universally good thing. Like, oh, yeah, that basically you can get more of a resource that you kind of need for enchanting and all this sort of stuff, and I think that's kind of cool. They updated that to make it so that sugarcane is way more common on the console, as it probably should be, in my opinion. So, yeah, sugarcane, you find a lot more of it on the console, and it's just one of those small, spawn rate changes, which just makes the game significantly better if you want to make maps, if you want to enchant, because on the PC, sometimes you can look for thousands of blocks without finding any, but on the console, every world is guaranteed to have some somewhere, which is nice, isn't it? So, the next console exclusive feature is another thing where the spawn rate is massively changed from the PC, because it is village wells. So, on the PC, as far as I can tell, the only time you'll find village wells is in villages. Every now and then, you'll find a well by itself, but it's one of those, like, super 1 in 1,000, 1 in 100 rare things. However, on the console, you find more village wells than you find villages. So, this could be due to, like, a coding bug they haven't fixed in all this time, but it seems like, just village wells are a unique console structure. That's right, there's a full-on, exclusive console structure, which is really, really bizarre to me. The fact that, I guess there's just a thing which is exclusive to the console, and no one really cares about it because, no one really, I guess, wants the village wells. Like, you find them and you're like, oh, that's an interesting thing. But it made me think, like, wouldn't it be cool if you could work out some use for these or, like, turn it into your own villages? And you kind of can. So, yeah, village wells, exclusive or, like, exclusively way more common on the console, and villages in general are like that too, because, again, same thing where you need to have a village on most worlds, and, yeah, I think it's cool that they upped the spawn rate of villages. The fact they upped the spawn rate of village wells is confusing to me, but it's just a thing they did, and, yeah, I have no idea why, but it frustrates me sometimes when I'm looking for like a 10 village seed and they find like 7 villages and 3 wells, and it just makes me go, oh, what could have been if these were all villages? So yeah, maybe that is a bug that no one's known about, but I'm pretty sure it's just one of those semi-intended features that they've just left in there, like the next one in here. So yeah, this is a feature that I assumed was a bug, even I made a video on it a while back, so you might have seen it already, but basically explosions on the console work very slightly differently to my explosions on Minecraft PC. So if you're curious as what I mean by that, if you have a creeper or you have TNT and it's exploding, if you put it in water on the PC, it won't do damage to the surroundings around it, that's intentional, but it will do damage to you. On the console, on the other hand, I don't have any water, so I need to go run and get some from somewhere. On the console, on the other hand, so let's run back to the creeper in a second. If there is any, if the creeper or the explosion is submerged in water, then no damage is dealt to you or the environment. Oh, no, wait, there we go. Okay, there we go, perfect. So, yeah, if that happens on console, then no damage is dealt to you or the environment around you, which is a pretty cool little change. So, there you are, creeper. So come towards me. As you can see, this is a terrifying thing on the PC, but on the console, if you just have water, you do that, and literally no damage. And you might think, oh, well, that's because you are so far away. But let's do the exact same thing here, and let's just place it down just as he's about to explode. And you can see, that should have killed me. It should have made me go, oh, no, the video's over. But it didn't. And because I reported this bug in, like, TU, 39 or something, it's now TU 44. It's been 5 updates, like, 3 of those were bug fixes. They still haven't fixed this, which makes me think it's a semi-intentional or fully intentional feature on the console, and I really do quite like it, because it means there's, like, kind of a strategy to, TNT placements. You see someone tries to explode TNT on you, all you have to do is neutralize it with your water, and then suddenly it's fine. And, oh, wait, no, that's not neutralizing it. Oh. All you have to do is neutralize it with water while not having it pour off an edge, and you'll be entirely fine, which I do quite like. So yeah, there's basically a TNT counter on the console, which I do quite like, and it is an exclusive in a way that's just super bizarre to me. Anyway, let's move on to the next exclusive here, because it is one that I guess everyone probably knows about to some extent, but the map on the console works so differently to the PC map, and it's so much better on the console in my opinion, because when you make a map on console, it's always going to be this size, which is 1024 by 1024, if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, you get a 1024 by 1024 map, let's just say 1K by 1K, and that's better than the PC, because when you make a PC map, you just get a 128 by 128 map. But also, even better than just getting a bigger map by default, which you kind of need, because would a 128 by 128 map even give you anything? The answer's basically no. But yeah, in addition to just getting a bigger map straight from the bat, you also get the fact that it snaps to your grid. So if you have a large-sized console world, there's 25 maps, you always get one of those 25, rather than centering it around the player. And you might think, oh, that's interesting, but the reason that's so cool is because it means if you have, like a giant map wall, so if you don't know, when you put maps in item frames, this confuses people because it's been, 20 updates since it happened. If you put maps in an item frame, so if I find, there's one over here, as you can see, it fills up the entire thing, and you can make these giant, cool scale maps. Trying to do it on the PC is such a pain, it creates so many problems. Trying to do it on the console is easy. You just find maps that don't mirror the ones you have already, and you place it in the frame, and you can make a giant map pool. Obviously, this is a classic size world, so it's a small size world, so it doesn't really make a difference, but still, the fact that if you have a large world, you can make map pools, it's just so much cooler. Like, okay, maps are crafted easier, maps, snap to the grid easier, so you can make a giant wall, but also, they have coordinates on them. So admittedly, on the PC, you can get coordinates whenever you like, you don't need your map, but when you have your map out, it's so much easier to just see, it's Y7, whereas on the PC, you have to pull up that entire menu, which shows off, your processor, it shows your frames per second, it shows you, how many ends, it shows you a bunch of stats you don't need to know, and it covers your screen, whereas on the console, you just put out your coordinates like this. So, yeah, in a way, I think the map system is way better. It'd be nice if there was a way to see your coordinates anywhere without a map, but I think the way they're just really subtly displayed at the top there is super, super nice, and again, it's a feature that came in with TU2, because they realized, oh, you need to have your coordinates on the console, so they just gave them to us like this, and I think it's even going to inspire the way maps work on the Pocket Edition. So yeah, console maps, best maps, and they're the 5th feature here. So before we leave today's video, because I said it'd be 5 exclusives, or I don't know if I said that, but it's in the title probably, I figured I would show you the most minor of console exclusives, but rather than trying to build it up as the smallest thing ever, because you were like, oh, that's kind of a bummer, I'm going to build it up as the best thing ever, and I'm just going to blow your expectations away when it's the worst thing ever. So basically, I have a console exclusive, which is so cool, it will just blow your mind to shreds, and you'll have nothing but, mind shreds left? That's right, this feature is one of those ones that will make you change allegiance from the PC to the console if you currently think that's the better version of the game, because it's just that mind-blowingly crazy. So anyway, I think without further ado, let's get into showing you it, because again, I don't think you can handle what's going to happen here, because basically, on the console version of the game, when you go to the menu to launch a game, they actually call texture packs. On the PC, they're called resource packs. Whoa, mind-blowing, so crazy. No, that's the 5.5 exclusive feature, the fact that they're called texture packs, not resource packs. It was one that made me go, oh, that might be the smallest exclusive thing ever, and so it is in my opinion. But yeah, that's something you might not have known about the console that is exclusive. But all seriousness, I hope you did all enjoy today's video. I hope you learned something about a console exclusive that you thought wasn't. If you did all like it, let me know, because it helps out the channel, and lets us know you do like these sorts of videos. Share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, and share the video around to help the channel live forever, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.